Hey guys, what's up? It's my CEO squad. It's Amber, and I'm just gonna jump off today. I don't even have my actual mic. Oh my gosh, y'all are speaking of mics, and so I don't even have my actual mic set up. So I hope my audio is okay. Um, but we're gonna jump into today's episode. We've been talking for about 20 minutes ourselves off camera, offline with you guys, and we're just gonna let you know the vibe is off today. But hey, you know what? Sometimes it's fun to
The
hear.
vibe is only off because Amber keeps saying that. I don't know why she keeps saying
Let
that.
me say two things of why I think, right? Is that first of all, you can watch us anywhere you listen to podcasts. That's where you can hear our podcast. But if you want to see us, go to my CEO Squad on YouTube and you can actually see the visual. Maybe you can tell us in the comments if you think it's good or off or what. But Courage blew her back out. She is doped up. Olivia's just mellow, honey. I don't know what I am, but
What?
that's what I feel like. I'm like, what is this? What is today?
Welcome to our podcast. Hey guys, my name is Olivia Hayward.
What's up? It's your girl, Courage Molina.
Oh, it's Amber Likens, and this is my CEO Squad. Before you leave our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you never miss an upload. In the comments, let us know where you're tuning in from, and we cannot wait to get to know you more. Let's go ahead and start this conversation.
Yeah, so my back is out, and Amber wants to quit. I do agree with her that the vibe is off. Don't listen to Olivia. The vibe is definitely off, guys, but it's fine. Here's the thing. Amber's a quitter. And she's like, oh, the vibe is off. We're not doing it. No, we about to do it. Vibe off and all. So people can, you always say you want people to hear the real, the raw, all of that. I am doped up. I got all my drugs right over here so that I take them on time. When I need to take them, I threw my back out.
Not getting crazy.
Is that a real thing?
What?
What did they tell you at the doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like, what did she say? Muscular something. But it's basically where my back muscles were like super tight. And when your muscles constrict like that, if you don't stretch and things like that, that causes like tension. And so then it's easier for you to injure them. And I told her my back started to feel tight, and it's not my lower back, it's actually my mid back. Started to feel tight on Friday. If you guys follow me on Instagram, Facebook, then you saw that I decluttered my bookshelves. I moved all the stuff. I got rid of a ton.
That's how you did it.
Well, that's how it started. My husband said he did it.
Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Sunday morning. And we definitely, we marry. We did what married people do. Sunday morning.
Is that this podcast?
That's what this podcast is. And so I felt fine. But by the time I was like getting dressed, we were supposed to go on a date. I was like, just like you see on TV, I was like jumping to put my jeans on. If you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you'll understand my pain. Like that right now, I was jumping to put my jeans on. And then my back was like, Eek! I was like, and I actually yelled that him and Kyra were outside, so nobody heard me. And I was like leaning over, and I thought, oh, no, we're probably not going to go out today. It's like, oh, so horrible. And so I took some ibuprofen. There was some upstairs. I took 3 pills. So it was 600 milligrams. And I was like, okay, I got downstairs, but it just got progressively worse. I lay down. I slept most of the day. Finally, I've decided I wasn't going to go out because we're supposed to go out on a date on Sunday. And he was like, let's just call it. It's fine. We can go anytime. I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, why are you apologizing? It's fine. He's like, let's just go and, get it. Kyra was here. She's 20. And she's like, what happened? And he's like, I blew your mama's back out.
So stupid.
I'm like, wow, sir. I'm like, please stop saying that. What's your problem? And so, I just like, him and Kyra just kind of hung out in the room with me, him and the dogs and Kyra, until I fell asleep. After they brought me something to eat, I fell asleep. But when I woke up, it was even worse. I cried. And I'm going to tell you this. I have a high tolerance for pain. I cry a lot emotionally, but physical pain, I have a high tolerance for. So as I was walking to the bathroom and it hurt so bad. I was already downstairs to walk to the bathroom that I cried. I was like, now it hurt this bad. I'm crying. Now I got to go to the hospital. So I went to urgent care and they gave me lots of drugs. They checked me or whatever. I was annoyed that they didn't give me something right there. I expected shot. I want something delivered through the IV. I want a shot. I want you to give me drugs right now. I know that people like go there for like low pain rate, whatever. I feel like you need to have next to my name. If she says she in pain, she is not playing. This would put down a grown man. Okay, so go ahead and give her something before you send her home. So then we're driving around. All the pharmacies close at 6:00. We get out of there at 6:02.
Oh no!
The pharmacy they called it into closed. I'll call them right back. I was like, no, y'all need to find another pharmacy. I'm like, because there's no way I'm waiting until tomorrow when the pharmacy opens. I will not be able to get through the night. So yeah, I feel much better. I'm also one of these people. This is my problem. Okay, that's how I am. So I know that I just injured my back, right? So I took these meds last night. And so now it's time for me to take my second dose. But I felt so good. I didn't take my second dose. And then I woke up 3 hours after I was supposed to take the second dose. And I was in so much pain. And I was like, ow. Like,
so dumb.
Like, oh, I guess it's not fixed. So now that I've had that, I'm like, nope, when my timer says it's time, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to miss it. I'm fine. No, you're not fine. Sit down. My back also feels very loose. Like I could not move this much yesterday as much as and I'm not even really moving that much right now, but all this moving my hands, no. I couldn't even move my hands yesterday.
You have ice or heat on your back with the meds? Heat.
With the muscles, it's heat. With like your joints and stuff, she said it's ice.
Got it.
So I got the heat on. So that was my weekend. I'm sure something happened on Saturday. Nothing happened on Saturday. I had church. Church was great. And then I was supposed to hang out on Saturday, but it was kind of rainy that morning. So we both were like, maybe not. And then it was beautiful. So then I just slept the whole time, which Mike was glad about because he's a hateful person. And he did not want me to go to the cobbler factory that I found. There's a peach cobbler factory.
Wow.
There's one in Indian Trail and there's one in like Gastonia and someplace else. Yeah, we need to go to this place.
Yeah, I want to go to that. And we need to go to South Park. I need to go back to South Park, but I need to go like,
Container store.
Container store. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm going for. I can't just be like, yeah, we're going. And then I'm very overwhelmed. I'll not do anything. I need to go for something.
Yeah, that's how I am when I go to the mall for the most part. Unless somebody is visiting and I'm like showing them something. No, I'm going for something. I'm also going to park in a certain place so I can get to that something and get out the mall because I don't want to be like lollygagging around in there, looking at stuff, buying junk. Or hating my life because I can't buy junk. No, none of those things.
Yeah. I really want to go to the Louis Vuitton store. I want to get something.
Do you?
Yeah, let me tell you, I want a suitcase, but I'm not going to buy a suitcase of Louis Vuitton. It'll get so messed up. But how the store looks on the outside, they got these polka dots on the glass. And it's like, I kept staring at the dots, right? Because I was like, I feel like it's not one glass. It's a glass, and a glass. It's like three, right? Because they have glass, and then in between it's their stuff set up, and it's like, it looks like it's floating, and then the glass behind it or whatever, and then you can see through the store. I kept staring at it, and I was like, this is beautiful. It is so pretty. I was like, I'm not going in there, though, today, because I'm not going to be tempted. I cannot do this. No.
Yeah.
But
I do want a designer bag. I think I'm going to get a designer bag.
That's all I carry is designer anyways.
Anybody who knows Amber, no, that's a lot right there.
So funny.
she don't care about the design. She's like, ooh, that's cute. Ooh, that's comfortable. I'm like, I never even heard of that brand. That's okay. It's cute. It's comfortable. That's all. That's it.
That's all I care.
She don't care.
Which I think you have a different. I feel like if people don't know you, you might have a different persona. But I
yes.
think they don't really understand that's like. I feel like you are about that when it comes to like makeup and like house stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like clothes and shoes and
Yeah.
purses, you're not like. And even with clothes, even with home, I don't think you're a designer. You just like want the finer things, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like so much name brand, which
And
I
she
think
will
that's a great
DIY.
habit to have. Because I feel like with your bougie attitude, you cannot be designer attitude too.
No, God, poor Alan.
Like you could not do both.
Listen, Alan already complained that you don't stay on budget and you basic with your brands.
Thank you to Amber Likens for sponsoring today's video. We all three love showing up on camera and honestly, even at any events that we attend, family functions, anything that's going on that we just want to slay our face. We all three understand the importance of great makeup application and techniques, not just to look good to anybody else, but to personally feel great ourselves. So we have truly mastered the art of cosmetics for ourselves and our skincare regimen, and just having these open conversations with women about that is really, really important. So you can head over to amberlikens.com. There are amazing workshops on there that are very beneficial. Use 20% off or get 20% off and use the code MyCEOPod20. That is amberlikens.com. That is MyCEOPod20. MyCEOPod20. Look forward to seeing you over there and cannot wait for you to also be slaying your face like us.
So if he only knew what it would really be like if you were like, oh, I gotta have this. I go, oh, poor
You gotta
Alan.
wear what's some goose shoes name? Goose, where they go?
Oh yeah, golden. Is it golden goose?
Golden Goose or whatever. Them dirty shoes that cost
Oh
$500.
gosh, I saw them. I saw them in Nordstrom's. Yeah, when we were in the I went through all the shoes. Speaking of brands, I went through all the shoes. I don't want to insult anyone listening. If you love all the shoe styles today, I'm loving that for your life. I felt insulted by these brands thinking and these designers thinking that everyone's going to love this style. It was not okay. I was like, there has to be one shoe that I would be okay to purchase. Like, I didn't even want to buy a shoe, but I was like, if I were to buy anything, what would it be? And what would draw my attention? I took my time for 30 minutes and I just browsed and I touched and I looked and I was like, the sandals, absolutely not. None of them. The heels, I'm like, what is the heel doing? It's like a figure heel. I'm like, that's not what I'm wearing. The shoes, dirty. I'm like, how am I wearing these? I'm like, where are my simple things? Like Jessica Simpson, come on, girl. Can we just pull through I will buy Jessica Simpson shoe all day. One, they're affordable and they literally, I'm just like, can we just go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls? They got great shoes. Nine West could not
wow.
do it.
Wow. What I love about this is that this is like, even though we didn't know what we're going to talk about, that's why I say just hit record. That's why we started this podcast, because no matter what we're talking about, there's always like a lesson or something. So I'm going to bring this in right now. Like, no matter what your brand is, whether you are LV or you're Jessica Simpson or like this off brand or whatever, right? You don't have to be designer. Whatever your brand is, there's an audience for you. And it's okay that Amber didn't like any of those shoes. You know what? They in the store and they making money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like, oh, somebody don't like you or somebody doesn't like your brand or doesn't like your messaging. Like literally, you got to stop caring about that, because whoever those brands are that have these shoes that Amber don't like, they're not going to listen to this podcast and be like, oh my gosh, let us go look at Jessica Simpson's model so that we can copy her model. They're not about to do that. They do not care. They're like, oh, we're obviously not the brand, you know, for you. And that's the same is true for us in our business. Like, we have to be cool with people not necessarily wanting to rock with us and our style and our brand. It doesn't mean that your brand is wrong. It just means that you're the wrong brand for that. client, customer.
That's a good lesson, because I think, we get all in our feelings.
Yeah.
But also, we three as a whole understand not everybody is our person, and we get that. That's not who we are, building it for, is everyone. It's just for that one person, right? That fits the mold of probably thousands. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can we talk about something else? This is about shopping.
Go ahead.
Two things I did, right? On my YouTube channel, you guys, I publicly was talking about, I just bought new bras, and I was between two brands, and I'll just say the brand, Skims and Soma. And I went with Skims because Skims has not let me down. But I'm about
Skims because she's the K Kardashian fan.
Yeah, and I'm about to do a return for 3 of them.
What kind of sweatshirt are you wearing right now?
Skims, girl. But their underwear, I've never had an issue with anything. The only issue is I make a return, but I'm getting a different size. I wear a certain bra size, and they're bras that don't go by size. They go by small, medium, large, or whatever. I fit in the category of my bra size to buy a small. And I really was like hesitant, like there's no way, but I would hate to get a medium. And then I lift up my arms and I got under boob. I can't stand that life. So I don't have under boob. I have side, upper, and every boob.
Oh.
This small is, it's like, it feels fine, but it's not fine, clearly. So I'm returning 3 of them and getting them back because they feel really good. I just need a medium. I was really upset about that because I'm like, I hate a return because now I got to wait, Thank gosh I didn't throw my old ones away. That's a conversation. We can come back to it. My second one is, when I shop for any body products or cosmetics, I want to talk to y'all about this because I told Olivia, maybe, I don't know what day I went to Sephora, but I look for 4 things. I look for packaging is always number one. I'm like, if it looks pretty, I'm like, being over there. B-roll. What do you call it?
Beeline.
I said B-rolling. Beelining over there. So packaging. The second one is the smell of the product, the feel of the product, right? That all goes in the same thing. The other one is ingredients, and the other one is price. So all 4 of those, I know, however they fall into place, those are always like a priority. That's it. So last year and I tried all types of cosmetics. I bought so many different brands and I didn't just always purchase so many brands, but I tried like every brand in the store before I even made one purchase of something. So last year I really felt like I had my foot in with brands in general. And I haven't tried all brands on the market, but I've tried a lot. And now this year I'm focused on skincare. So I recently just bought some new skincare products. And I can't wait to tell y'all about it. Maybe not today on camera, but later. But there were 3 things I was shopping for: a face cream, like a thick cream, an eye cream, and a face scrub, and a lip mask, a lip scrub. And I bought all 4 of them. And I will tell everyone publicly later how I feel about it. But you guys off camera, I'll tell y'all when we stop recording, because it's very interesting how I feel about it. It's so weird. I've used the same skincare line since I was a child. So to even move from that, and within that brand, brands, they outroll a lot of different products.
Yeah.
So you kind of have a feel for different things and feelings and whatever. But I'm just like, I have mixed emotions.
Well, I don't know, but I think it's interesting how intentional you are about like makeup and skincare. And I know that part of it, like people listening are like, well, of course, because she's in the beauty industry. And I think that's great. But I want to talk about going to the store looking for those things, not as a person in the beauty industry. This is what I realized. And I'm going to say this, and I say this to my community all the time, but I'm going to tell y'all here, I don't think I've ever said it here. Don't nobody look better than me. No, I don't think that. I don't think that people look better than me. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you are. I'm sure you're gorgeous. You're beautiful, but I don't think that people just like inherently look better than me. So if I see, no, I really believe it for real.
I know. I love that about you.
You look better than me. You don't. You got eyes, nose, mouth. You do not look better than me. But when I look at people and I see them and they appear to look better than me, I want to know, like, I start to think, well, what are they doing? And it's a good thing and probably also a bad thing. I think it might be a bad thing because now I've like gone over the edge that I have Amber and Olivia because they used to look better than me all the time, but they don't look better than me. So how they look better than me? When Olivia lived here, they would be recording, and so they would have all this makeup on. They wore makeup all the time. Almost every time we were together, they had on makeup, and I almost never had on makeup because I couldn't do it, or I had on very basic makeup. And they're like, "Oh, let's take a picture." No, I'm not about to take a picture with y'all. I look like the homeless girl y'all picked up off the corner and bought a meal for. No, I will not, because my skin, right? It's my skin at the time for sure. Like it just wasn't as clean and smooth and right and all of these things. So you're sitting next to somebody who got a beat face. Of course, you look like a crypt keeper. You know, like their face is fully beat and you are here regular. No, you cannot compete with that. Right. And you shouldn't be trying to compete, but that's what we do. We see with our eyes people with filters and makeup and all these things, and you just cannot compete with that. But what I had to do is like what Amber is talking about doing. I had to get intentional. I had to have some type of strategy. So I did not start with makeup. I actually started first with skincare, right? I can't wait to hear what you have to say about skincare because you know I'm out. I still haven't bought my skincare.
I know.
Now that I'm sitting in bed and I can't go anywhere, maybe I'll get it done today, right? Because I'm just gonna be sitting here and sitting my whole life away.
We have
So maybe I'll be able to do it today. But I'm running out of skincare products for my face that I've been using. And I'll tell y'all right now, I use Mary Kay. That's what I've been using. My skin looks really great. And so I know Amber's trying out all this other stuff, so I can't wait to hear what she's got to say because I'm very loyal. But I also started somewhere. Like, I don't want to wear makeup. So what can I do so that my face looks the best that it can look? Well, I can get an adult skincare regimen. And I say adult because I feel like some stuff is for kids.
Can we bring up the fact that we were washing our face in the studio as well? And
Yes.
we've been like, do you want to wash your face? You're like,
No.
Water. And we're like, what is happening in your life?
I did not wash my face.
When we literally, when Courage brings up the fact of starting there, she really started from baby. Like,
I did not wash my face. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm in the shower. I like put water on my face. Hello.
That's
and sometimes, if I was doing like a spa day, I might use some Dove. But that was my whole routine.
Do you wash you know what, audience, if anybody's listening and they're like, I don't also use skincare, I don't need a face wash or moisturizer. Let me ask you this. The plate in your cabinet, you ate spaghetti on it. Okay. It was the best meal you had. You take it to your sink in your kitchen and you just rinse it with water in your hand. Let me know if you putting it back in your cabinet because I ain't eating at your house. I'm nasty.
Thank you to Olivia Hayward for sponsoring this portion of the podcast. Get ready to make a statement, ladies. Olivia Hayward has got you covered with her bold and beautiful statement earrings, hair accessories, and apparel. Her designs are perfect for the fierce and fabulous woman who wants to stand out and make a lasting impression. Don't settle for blending in. Let Olivia Hayward help you shine like the star you are. Save 15% on your next purchase at oliviahayward.com by using the code MYCEO. MYCEO. And save 15% on your next purchase. Can't wait to see you shine.
Your face is, residue.
Yeah. And that right there, that is the kind of nonsense that I had to hear all the time. I'm like, 15 minutes to wash your face? Like, no. I feel like your face not gonna look that much better, girl. I'm not doing it. But I started so now I'm very intentional about my skincare. Now I've moved on to like makeup. And so now I feel like I'm doing too much, but I've kind of gotten into some makeup products and things like that. My point here is you have got to be intentional. You don't have to start like wherever you see other people starting, but there's no improvement without intentionality. So while yes, she is a beauty expert and that's her field of expertise and that's the area that she works in, that is the person you can learn from. If she can beat her face in 2 seconds and she's intentional about her skincare, her makeup, you don't even know how to put on foundation or CC cream, then you certainly should be taking, you know what I'm saying? Like taking some tips from that. Okay, I need to be intentional. I don't need to just go in there and do whatever. I need to be open to trying products. I need to be asking people about different things. Now, one thing I will say, I never look at ingredients. I do look at packaging.
Oh man.
First of all, I look at packaging from right out the gate. I prefer Sephora to Ulta, although I do shop at Ulta. And the reason I prefer Sephora is the same. It's for the same reason, because of the packaging, because of how Sephora looks, because when you walk in there, the people wear makeup, men and women. Okay. Everybody got on makeup. That lets me know that they are using the product, that they have some thoughts. They got a favorite product that they use. They might know what I'm looking for. They can help me. They can tell me what I'm missing, right? So I like that. It's not the same when I go into the Ultas that are here in Charlotte, North Carolina. To Ulta, if you're listening, you can fill away, but I'm just giving the people the review, the facts, okay? And then I do look at the packaging of the products, and I definitely look at the price, because I've gotten way better. Now I don't care what the price is. I just want to know what the price is.
Yeah.
If I go in to purchase something, I don't care what the price is for makeup. I'm not talking about the LV store like we started out for makeup. I don't care what the price is. If I came in here for eyeliner, if the eyeliner that I decide on is $52, I'm going to spend $52. I'm going to get it. I don't care. I'm just going to do it, right? But I still look at the price, because if I look at the price and it's more than I wanted to spend or thought I was going to spend, I think to myself, oh, I'm definitely going to see how this works. I'm going to be paying attention. How do it glide? How long do it last? Do it run? It better put itself on I better put it next to it. It better hop out the eyeliner thing and get right on my line itself. It better not run for 2 seconds. I better be able to stand in the waterfall, right? I'm going to be paying way more attention to the quality of it and the ease of using it. But I never look at the ingredients. I don't think that is going to be helpful to me unless the ingredients say things like will peel your skin off, will cause you to age prematurely. Unless it says that, those ingredients is Greek to me. You know?
Let's talk about two things with ingredients that I've noticed. So you're saying this, so if it says like firming, tightening, whatever, you're like, cool, but it needs to actually be like a direct message of like, this is what it's going to do for your face, right? I noticed that. I always read everything online before I like go into the store. So I kind of know what I'm looking for. If I don't, I'm just like browsing, having a good time. No mission. But my mission was I got to find a certain product. But I noticed more brands lead with the ingredients on the front of the packaging, which I really love that, because I want certain ingredients in my skincare. And if it doesn't offer that, then I'm not going to use it, because what is it doing? Right. And so I like that you said that. That's what I wanted to call attention to, because as a buyer, as a consumer of a brand, whatever brand it is, tell me exactly what you're going to do for my face.
Yep.
And that's it. And I love the ones that I did choose, because they really kind of broke down what they are doing for the face. I think that's super cool. I love the fact that you're like, if I spend this, how does it perform? I think more women need to be aware of that, because I think we're just like, oh, it just is what it is. But you may purchase it for $52 or whatever, a brow product, and it actually isn't the best one, but the $20 product is really wonderful and performs better. So, but you like this, more expensive one because the brand and the packaging is better or whatever, but you really have to weigh out those 4 categories. Is the same thing. There was a facial cream that I actually liked the feel of much better versus the one that I purchased, but they still were great. But the one thing that drew me away from it was the price. That was it. Everything else was good.
Really?
Yes. The ingredients.
How much was it?
It was.
I need to know, because she is team. Oh, just get it. Meanwhile, she's got me buying the bottle is this big, Olivia. The bottle this big. She got me buying a bottle of this big of like eyeliner, and you can only like put like dot. That thing was like $25-$30. It was this big. I'm like, is that a freebie? Is it because it would be a sample, as small as it is? She's like, oh, you're gonna love it. I'm like, and that's the price. I'm like, she's like, yes, it's great. Meanwhile, I got a whole palette for $40. but I got it. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
definitely need to hear, what is the price, Amber?
Well, the price for the cream, that was the only difference, was it was almost 3 times the price of the one that I actually purchased.
I want to know the number. Don't be
Oh,
scared.
it was like in the it was like upper 80s, and the one that I purchased was
Like $25.
then maybe twice the price. It was like 30, close to 40, something like
Okay.
that.
Oh, twice the
Okay.
price.
Yeah, so like
Maybe.
twice the price then, not 3 times. But it was I was like, okay, well, let me see what this one can do. Do you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
all about, if I'm going to use a skincare line, I kind of want to use several things that they have, not just one thing from different brands. Makeup's different. Skincare is a whole chemical, you guys. Like, you could really mess up the balance of your face. So that's what I'm trying to be careful with as I'm using new skincare as well. And I just want to, off the radar, Olivia asked me this. And she said, I don't even know why I say off the radar. That makes no sense. Off the record. Where am I coming up with these words? I have no clue. When I listen to myself back, I roll my eyes. I'm like, what am I even saying? But Olivia asked me after I left the store, she's like, because I said, I'm never buying XYZ again. And she was like, what did you just say? Like, why? Why? I was like, it's not anything with the brand. And I will probably. It's nothing with the brand. I am just in a position now where I really need to learn skincare brands and what I love, because what I have been using for 20 something years is ride or die. It will work. Like, no disbelief at all. It is tried and true. Period. The end. If anything fails, I'm coming back to it, right? Or whatever. But I'm like, is there something that is comparable to this? What is everybody else using?
Or listen, or better. That's
Or
another thing
better.
too. You can have great results with something like this right here. Gave me such great results, and the outcome was so wonderful. And so you just kind of stick to it,
Yep.
and you can start to think that this is the best that's out there because you saw so much improvement. But the truth is, there is a possibility that there is something out there that's going to work even better. And I think, honestly, the only reason, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the only reason you're open to it is because you found that on the makeup side. I feel like you found on the makeup side there, you've been using the same brand for forever, and it was great and it was wonderful, and you had no reason to go anyplace else. But now you've kind of had this opportunity to try some other things, and some of those other brands and some of those other products have actually been visibly better than what you were using. So it's like, holy crap, if this better, I wonder what else is out there that's better. I know for me, I'm not going to go out and find it. That's why I follow beauty influencers. My favorite beauty influencer, skincare. I know her. I trust her. I like her content. Sometimes she be doing too much, and I get annoyed by that. I'm like, she need to do some basic stuff. It's Amber Michelle Likens. She's my number one beauty influencer. I do follow other people, but she's like my number one go-to. I feel like she's not a paid person. Like, she's not going to do an endorsement or a sponsor. If she don't like it, she's not doing it. She does not care because she loves her people too much. And I know there are a lot of influencers that are like that, but there are a lot of influencers that will prostitute themselves out to the highest bidder, have your skin falling off. They washing the stuff off after 10 minutes because they know it's going to have their skin falling off. I know that people are like industries, every industry has people like that, right? That will just do whatever. And so since I trust her, that's who I'm following. I say this because you don't even have to know everything. But if you have people that you follow that you like, why are you going against their advice if you trust them and you like them? If you're going to go against their advice, what the heck are you following them for? So I cannot wait to hear. I feel like, should I go ahead and order my stuff? I'm gonna order my stuff because I got nothing right now. So I'm gonna order my stuff. I can't be waiting. But it could be the last time.
She's still in the R&D phase anyway.
Exactly,
Research and development.
Yeah, he's not sure
yet.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but I'm waiting for you to say what it is. And so when you're like, this is my new favorite brand, this is my new favorite regimen, I'm going to switch over on your say so.
Thank you to Create Content Academy for sponsoring today's video. We all three love creating content, but not creating content that potentially could get lost in the sauce or nobody ever sees it. we honestly want to make content that's super sticky and that attracts our audience. So one of the things that we love so much is the program on createcontentacademy.com, the mastermind program, any of the boot camps. They are phenomenal. We really highly recommend you checking out the website and going right now to access one of these of your own. So go to createcontentacademy.com and go ahead and use the promo code that's listed here. And we look forward to seeing you on the inside. And again, that is createcontentacademy.com. Use promo code at checkout, MyCEOPod. That is MyCEOPod for 10% off of anything on the website. We look forward to seeing you there and could not wait to help you make amazing, great content. All right, let's get on with the rest of this episode. Yeah.
And the cost, I know it's going to be a lot, and I'm going to be annoyed. I'm going to be like, girl, you know my situation. Let me get a little sample of yours in this little to-go container. I'm going to be in Amber's house using her bathroom, pretending, scooping some stuff in my sample. Like, oh, I just need a little bit of this cream. A week.
Oh, man.
But whatever you say it is, I'm going to just listen to you because I trust you. That's why I follow you and follow your brand. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't know if this is a great thing for me, but I'm going to take it, right? Is that I want to be the guinea pig. Let me experience it first because I feel really good about if it does not work for me, I'm taking it back to the store. I'm not going to hold it, right? And I know a lot of women will buy a bunch of product and they're like, it's a hassle. I don't want to take it back. It's whatever. Let me give it to my daughter or my friend. But I am like, let me just take it back. Let me find something else. Let me go through the rough patches because right now I'm kind of in a rough patch with using new stuff. My skin is like, what are you doing to me? And I don't know how I feel about it, but it's not terrible. It's just annoying to me. And I'm like, let me just experience it. Let me give it like 60 to 90 days. Let me see what's up with it. And then I can recommend it or not. Tell you I've used it. And hey, it might not work for me and it may work for you, but yeah, definitely research and development is going to be very interesting this year. But I'm here for it.
I think that's what leadership is, though, right? I mean, Olivia hasn't talked, so I'm gonna give her a chance. I'm actually gonna throw this question to her. As a leader in your industry, as a maker and designer, don't you feel like it's like somehow your responsibility and your duty to try out the newest and latest things and see how it works so that then you can bring it back to the people who follow you? Because we are kind of following you for that. How do you feel about that, Olivia?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the things that I do on my YouTube channel. The only thing is typically when I'm trying out a new technique or a new product or a new something, I'm usually doing it with them. Well, I'm recording it so they can see it. But yeah, I definitely think that as a leader in your industry, you definitely want to kind of find new technology, new ways to do something, new strategies, new processes. Because if you want to lead in that way, you need to be finding the new, and it's not always chasing the new, but it's always like really figuring out what's the best things for your community. So I think definitely you should be doing that. That's something I strive to do all the time. That's like, and sometimes I feel like that can almost get us in a rut sometimes too, because you're like, I don't really have anything new to share. So yeah, you definitely want to continue to share that knowledge and kind of break barriers and try to be innovative when it comes to whatever you in. And I think that's what Amber does. It's just trying to be like, okay, what else is out there? And also, like you said too, some things are going to work different for some people, right? So all we can do is be the educator on these things, right? And you can either, especially with me or whatever, I can say, okay, this is how you can do this. Now, this type of product or this type of the earring or whatever I'm creating or designing might not be something that, everybody in my community is like, okay, I want to do this specific thing, this specific technique. But it may be a time where they can look at that specific technique and then they can come up with something new and like, I'm not going to take this full technique, but maybe I saw what you did there, because I do that all the time too. Like, I saw what you did there. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to do this, right? And so I'm going to use what you did to either inspire me to do something else or motivate or give me an idea or like this aha moment that I may have never gotten if I wouldn't have saw you do or use whatever you're doing, right? So I think that's very important too, because it can spark something new in you.
I love this of you sharing because I'm thinking of all the times that Olivia has done things that we're like, why didn't you tell us about that? And you're just like, well, I've just been playing around.
Oh, that's our favorite thing.
All the time. So like, if anything, we've learned all this from you. Olivia's like, yeah, 6 months ago I started, and we're like, 6 months ago.
And she's been doing it for 6 months secretly. Olivia keeps a lot of secrets.
It's not really secrets though. You know what? I mean, I guess in a way, it could be called secrets. But to me, I don't take it as a secret. I feel like people on the outside, they see it as a secret. Me on the inside, I see it as I don't know why I'm like this. Like I'm very, very, I don't know. I'm very particular about suggesting or telling people to do something that I have not did myself or tried and true. And I think some people, they're like, oh, I'll use it for one day and then I'll tell everybody. I'm like, I don't know
everybody. We're not talking about you going live. We're talking about us.
I know, but I can't shut it off for one person or the next. I can't be like, oh, I'm going to tell y'all to use this when I only tried it for like 2 days. I'm going to try it, see if it works. Or even if I'm doing something, it's not even have to do with products. Like, it's, I don't really think it's a secret. It's development, right? It's like, it's something I'm developing or I'm trying out. Like I'm doing something right now. Y'all have no idea what it is.
But you know what? We're not surprised. We're not surprised that you have secrets, Olivia. We're not surprised. We know that you have secrets.
Thursday we had our call with our girls, and I am not an expert at ConvertKit at all. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. And I'm like doing a screen share and I'm like talking about it or whatever. And then I'm like, Olivia, can you pick me up on that? Because Olivia does know. And so I am very big on sharing things, even though I use it and
even though she barely know what it is.
I barely know, but I'm using it.
Right? She barely know. And see, I'm just the complete opposite of that. Like I want to, and I think that's a good thing. I feel like that's why we work well together. Is because I'm the total opposite from that. So she will figure something out 2 seconds ago, and she's like, "Oh, let me share it to the world." This is her, right? She gets so excited, and me, I'm like, "Oh, I knew that 3 months ago, but I just didn't know enough about it. Like, I didn't know enough about it to be like, oh, let me share it. I don't know why I'm like that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as an audience, right, member, like a client, yes. Your people want you to test it out. They want to make sure that you know it right before you recommend it. Which is basically what Amber's saying. I can't tell y'all yet. I'm going to take it 30, 60, 90 days. Yeah. The difference, though, is that we are part of an inner circle. And so while Amber's audience, I ain't her audience, Pooh. I'm her friend in real life. Amber's audience.
Maybe not
may not know what she's doing or that she's trying new stuff, but at least she's like, I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to try something new. Meanwhile, we get on the phone, we're on FaceTime, and we're like, oh, we got this new thing, and we're telling everybody about it, and you're so excited. And then Olivia, who wants to stick a pin in your balloon, is like, oh, y'all just found that out? That's not a new feature. That's been a feature like 10 months now. We're like, well, thanks for telling us about it.
Yeah. So it is 2023. So February 2023, Likens just learned, Encourage Melina just learned that with an iPhone that was the dinosaur iPhone, when you go to video mode, there's a little circle in the top right-hand corner that you can take pictures while you're recording. Didn't know it.
Yeah.
But Olivia's like, oh, that's been there. You didn't know that? I'm like, Olivia just assumes we all know it all.
That's been there since iPhone 1. Y'all just find out like that's how she is. Okay.
First of all, I just assume that your husbands make you watch the Apple event every year to know every single detail
Greg
on
is
the Apple.
sick.
That's what I end up watching.
Greg's like, you want a new iPhone? Well, you better come here and get this lesson first.
Exactly. Well, you guys, we are going to wrap it up. We have really taken time over time because we took forever to hit record. But anyways, we got to go. Are y'all?
Listen, there's a couple things I want y'all to hear though. Like a couple things I want y'all to walk away with. One, your brand is your brand. It's okay if it's not on the same level as another brand. It doesn't have to look like everybody else's. Everybody doesn't have to like it. Two, as a thought leader, as an industry leader, as a brand influencer, you have an audience and they are expecting for you to lead them. And so that means when new things come out, it means that you as the leader should be looking for new and improved ways to serve your people. That's true for me. I know we didn't talk about me, but that's also true for me as a Bible teacher. I'm always learning a new Bible study technique. I'm always trying out a new app, a new something. I'm trying to get it figured out myself before I can bring it to my people, because I can't teach it if I don't know it, or I can let you know what the pros and the cons are. That is the same thing you need to be doing in your communities. And I don't care what community you're in, whether you're in music, you shouldn't just know what's the hot number one. Everybody know that because they got a radio. They know what the hot number one. You should also be listening and finding like some of those new artists on Spotify. If that's like what your thing is, whatever your thing is, that is how you can lead. The third thing I want to leave you with is being intentional. Whatever it is you're doing in life, whether it is for yourself, whether it's for your business, makeup, beauty, skincare, whatever it is, you have got to start being intentional if you actually want to see improvement in any of those areas in your life. That's how other people are out here growing. They're not growing accidentally. They're not growing because a grow tree fell down out of the sky for them. It's because at some point they got intentional about their look, about their brand, about their something. And so we hope that you guys will take these lessons and apply it. Be sure to like us. We're on iTunes now. It's about dang time. In a minute, I'm gonna need a mental woman to put me up. Finally, we're on iTunes. We had a little issue with our graphic. So, iTunes listeners, so glad that you're here. Be sure to leave a 5-star rating and review for every single episode that you love, and share it with your friends, share it with your CEO squad, and hit us back. Use the hashtag MyCEOSquad. Find us on Instagram. We're everywhere. Google us. Holla at your girl. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. All right, I think that's it. We love y'all. I got to go. Love y'all. Later.
Thank you for all of our sponsors today. We'll hear you on the next episode. Bye. Or see ya. Not here. Bye.